Emma Roberts, who starred in Madam Web, saying that she thinks that if it weren't for internet culture and everything being made into a joke and everyone memeing about Madam Web, then it would have performed better. And I think that she's on absolute fucking crack when she says this shit, because the only good thing about Madam Web was all the memes that came out of it. It's like Morbius. Morbius wouldn't have got nearly as big as it did if we didn't have all the people making fun of it. Like, if this movie just came out and no one memed about it, it would literally have been forgotten even faster than Morbius. Because Morbius at least looked interesting in the trailer. Like, I was actually considering going to see Morbius in the theater. But this, I was not really excited whatsoever. At least looking back in the super flux of superhero movies, this movie will have some type of legacy, even if it's for being so fucking bad. It's better than just being bad and forgotten, right? Next up, we have news that the Arkham Asylum series, that was set to be in the same universe as the Matt Reeves Batman movies, is unfortunately no longer moving forward. Now, I am personally not huge on DC, as we all know, but I have been coming around to them. I mean, DC's Kite Man animated series, I talked about that. That looks pretty fucking enjoyable, to be fair. But I think this being canceled is very unfortunate, as that leaves us with only the Penguin as the only other project in the Matt Reeves Batman universe, and overall, that's worse for DC's variety.
And the best projects that have come out of DC in these last few years here have been all of the standalone projects, in my opinion, like Joker, the Batman, anything that's just not. I haven't watched The Penguin, so I don't know if that follows suit, but once again, here. Next up, the Avengers cast all reunited to dub the film in the Lakota language. This took 15 months and included 62 different speakers. Now, this is fucking pretty crazy if you ask me. For one, when's the last time that they got back the original cast to dub a film in a language that only has around 2,000 speakers in the US? Like, that's not very much. And they managed to go through and get back all of the original cast, really? I mean, I guess it doesn't specify all, but we see Mark Ruffalo here, and I assume Chris Evans as the. Yes, Mark Ruffalo did in fact get Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., and Scarlett Johansson all back to record this as part of his effort to essentially save the Lakota language. That's why they did it in a language that is um, dying, basically. This was also heavily backed by Disney.
With the new Axel F movie coming out,
So
which
that
I didn't even
could
know was where Crazy Frog
explain
originated.
why
They brought back Crazy Frog
Chris
for
Evans
Let's Fucking
and
Go.
Robert Downey
Crazy
Jr.
Frog,
were
along with the
willing to
Gummy Bear,
return
was
if Disney
like the fucking
gave them a
biggest meme
fat
around
ass
2009.
paycheck.
And I actually I have an embarrassing mistake where I somehow got the two mixed up.
I
Like,
think
I always thought that
overall,
Crazy Frog was
it's
a fucking white
awesome to
gummy bear,
see
and it was like a
Disney
sequel to
doing
the Gummy
shit
Bear
like
song. I don't know
this.
why I thought this.
I mean,
but
they need some good shit to add to their PR. Being a corporate company, you know, they have fucking billions of dollars. I think putting money into this do. Mark Ruffalo also stated how he felt that this would be a good way to get kids interested in learning the Lakota language so that you can further expand it beyond the 2,000 current speakers. And he's definitely right about this, as kids love, or at least loved, I don't know if there's still the same amount of love for Marvel there, but kids did love Marvel movies. So, yeah, this would definitely be a great way to. Even just spreading it among celebrities, too, opens up the possibility for them to share it with even more celebrities, they share it with even more people, and then boom, you have a. Disney is also apparently planning to do an Ojibwayan dub of Star Wars A New Hope as well. Another seemingly random choice for a language, but it's likely another one that is dying. I don't know the exact numbers, but Star Wars is another great way to get. Crazy Frog has returned. news, but it's definitely a good fucking marketing tactic, as I was not gonna watch the new Axel F movie. I just heard about it and that was about it, but now I might even tune in just to Ruby has officially been bought out by Viz Media. Let's fucking go! Now, I was never the biggest Ruby fan. I was more of a Red versus Blue fan. We all know this. But Ruby being bought out gives me hope that Red versus Blue will get saved as well. I know the show's over, but it'd be great to be able to have it officially on a certain streaming service or just somewhere else so that we don't have to resort to terrible quality re-uploads on YouTube. As for Ruby, though, it being bought by Viz Media does raise the question of if Ruby will be continued not through animation but through manga, as Viz was the one who worked on the Ruby manga. So really, that could totally be the way that they choose to continue it, especially if they don't have the budget for a full-on Ruby Volume 10 or whatever. I mean, if Rooster Teeth didn't have the budget to do so, I don't see why uh, Viz would be willing to give that much money. But hey, I find it crazy that Ruby now technically exists under the same company that makes so many other big animes like fucking JoJo, Bleach. It solidifies Ruby's legacy and Rooster Teeth's, to be honest. Like, even though Red versus Blue is my preferred show, even I can admit that Ruby is bigger, and it's nice to see that regardless of Rooster Teeth's death, their legacy. I just don't really like how we don't really have like much information whatsoever on what's happening. They're basically just like, "Hey guys, we got bought by Viz, and that's about it." Now, it's obviously great to know, but I just wish that we had a little bit more of a tease of